All right. Hello, everybody. This is Daniel Higgins coming to you live. Hope everybody's doing well. Let me go ahead and do a quick audio check so that I know that everybody can see and hear me. So give me just a few moments while I do that. Let's see here. And I hope everybody's having a great day. All right, perfect. All right, so people can hear me, they can see me, all of that good stuff. All right, perfect. All right, sorry for that little off-screen time, guys. So this is Daniel Higgins coming to you live, everybody. As you see, I got some good stuff ready to go on the screen for you. So before I start that, hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Richard, how's it going? Good to see you on the live stream, sir. So I wanted to share some good information. I cannot take credit for this information, okay? So first and foremost, Dr. Patrice Gordon, this is your fault. I had a great conversation with your lovely wife also Saturday, but listen, Dr. Patrice Gordon put together an amazing power call this Saturday, especially for our global team that was on that live power call. Man, it was just amazing. So Robert Kiyosaki said some great things, and it really struck a tone. And for the time that we're in right now, it's very, very important to be aware of what's going on in the world. But not only that, really go ahead and start tapping into what's going on right now to create income, okay? So I see a few people are jumping on, so welcome in, everybody. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Periscope along with Facebook Live. So thank you for everybody joining. I see a few comments coming through. So we're going to focus in on some great information from Robert Kiyosaki. He's going to go over Bitcoin, gold, silver. There's some very key things that he talks about during this video and this audio. So definitely I give him credit for that. He is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. If you haven't read that book, it's a must read, along with his newest book called Fake, okay? In Fake, this is the book Fake. In Fake, he goes over fake money, fake assets, and fake teachers. So very important book, and you can actually listen to that book called Fake for free on YouTube. So I highly recommend that you get that book and you read it, okay? But let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about and bring up Robert Kiyosaki. Like I said before, Mr. Dr. Pastor Patrice Gordon, it's his fault that I had to share this information. Now, of course, this is slightly edited video of Robert Kiyosaki talking about Bitcoin, gold, and silver. He doesn't hold back, as he never holds back. That's his stilo. That's how it goes. So let's listen into this great information.
And this one says, Bitcoin boom beating gold and silver. What does that mean? It means you better buy as much as you can now. The train is moving, the dollar is dying, silver is still affordable for everyone. And as the dollar crashes, what counts is not price, but how many coins of gold, silver, or Bitcoin do you own? And why? Then in Vietnam, I got to Vietnam in January 1972, and as soon as I got there, my rich dad sent me a letter, but those was snail mail. I mean, it took a long time to mail to get to you. And he says, watch out. He says, the world's going to change. Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard. And I didn't even know what gold was because we weren't allowed to own gold. In 1933, I believe it was illegal for Americans to own gold.
So hold on. Let me pause right there because he said some key things that a lot of people don't and are not aware of. We were on a gold standard. There was a time where we were all on a gold standard. Okay. That's very important to know because everything had a foundation of physical gold that changed due to some very bad policies. Now, just a few minutes ago, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki said, get Bitcoin, right? Get gold, get silver, get whatever amount you can get of those items. He's encouraging you to acquire assets. So when you're acquiring these things, you're actually not spending, you're actually acquiring an asset. Okay. And we'll talk more about that as we go along. Okay. Because that's very, very, very important.
So I didn't know what gold was. So my co-pilot and I fly behind enemy lines because the North Vietnamese army had run south and the gold mine was in its way. So we're flying behind enemy lines, and that's when I started negotiating. Gold was at $35 an ounce in 1971. And by the time I got to the gold dealer, I had this gold mine, this little Vietnamese woman with red teeth. And I tried to buy gold from her at a discount. So I thought, well, it's $35 an ounce. It's $50 an ounce today because it was starting to rise. And she wouldn't move. She says, no, it's spot. Spot. I didn't know what spot meant. And here we are, my co-pilot and I were college graduates. And this little Vietnamese woman, I don't think she went to college, but she knew more about money than he and I did. But that was my introduction to gold. And I didn't buy any gold that day, but I let the aircraft carrier sailed into Hong Kong. And that's when I bought my first gold coin, a Krugerrand, for about $50. I still have that Krugerrand today, and it's worth approximately $2,000. So that's why I'm kind of a gold bug. So I don't save dollars because I don't trust the US dollar. And I just save gold and silver and recently Bitcoin. And the reason is because of 1971, when Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard, the dollar became fake. So now that COVID has hit and they printed more money in 2020 than they did in the first 200 years of our country. And still people are saving dollars. You should be buying some gold, some silver, and we can afford it, Bitcoin. Silver today is a bargain.
And right there, guys, he said, they keep printing it. They keep printing it. So what our governments are doing right now is literally decreasing the purchasing power of the paper money, the currency that you and I might work 40, 50, 60 hours to create, right? Because just simple supply and demand, if you flood the market with anything, the value of that item goes down, right? So that's the brilliance of being and getting yourself in position to acquire some Bitcoin, some gold, some silver, because especially with gold and silver and precious metals, no man can print them. So you're put in an advantage because those items cannot be printed out of thin air at the whim of anybody's thought process or at the whim of anybody's strike of a pen. The Federal Reserve System is in place and it's not to our benefit. Okay, it is not to our benefit, it's to our detriment. So like he said, if you trust the government, if you trust everything that's going on, you just go right ahead, save currency. All right, currency loses purchasing power every single year. Okay, so why would you save in something that is designed to lose purchasing power? Okay, so that's very, very important. So we don't want you to lose, we want you to win. So that's why he's encouraging you to acquire assets. And Bitcoin is positioned also to be that type of an asset because it's not going to be printed into oblivion, right?
I mean, today is around November 15th, I think, or whatever it is. And I can buy a silver eagle for about $30. And everybody in the world can afford $30. But the average person has been conditioned to think about paper, fake money. fake dollars. At the same time, they're printing as much money as they possibly can. They give it to their rich friends. They don't give it to us. And then they print it, and interest rates keep going down. So in 1974, when I got out of the Marine Corps, if I had $1 million, which I didn't, I could put $1 million in 74 into a savings and loan, a bank, in a certificate of deposit, and they would pay me 15% on my $1 million. So a lot of people made a lot of money. They just put their money into the bank, and they're being paid 15% interest. So $1 million back in 74 was worth approximately $150,000. Now it's not a lot of money to retire on, but you could have retired on $150,000 in 1974. Today, I take $1 million into the bank, I might get 2%. So that means it went from $150,000 to $20,000. And after taxes, that $20,000 might be worth $15,000. In other words, since 1974, the US dollar has lost 90% of its value. And people still say to their kids, save money. You've got to be crazy. They're going to, now that the elections are over and all this, I don't care if it's Trump or Biden, they're going to have to print so much money just to pay for all of the social entitlement programs so people don't riot. They can't afford to have any more rioting. So they're going to print more money, and people are still saving dollars or yen or euro or pesos. Right now, you should be saving gold, silver, or Bitcoin. And the thing is in the year 2000, I started buying gold at 210 times that much, approximately. So I'm very happy with my gold. And silver was like $2 or $3 or something, and now it's worth 30. And today it's worth over $1 million. But the reason for that has nothing to do with gold, silver, or Bitcoin. It has to do with the incompetence of the Federal Reserve Bank, or the corruption of the Federal Reserve Bank, U.S. Treasury, and Wall Street. So I'm not saying, and people get into what I call pissing matches. What's that? That's all that counts right now. Because the reason you buy silver or Bitcoin is for the same reason. If you trust the U.S. government or the central banks, the Fed, and Wall Street, then save money. But if you don't, then buy gold, silver, and Bitcoin. And the thing I like about Bitcoin is that gold and silver, I got so much of it, I have to lug it. It's hard to get it around. They're printing it. It's getting worth.
All right, guys.
It's worth less.
I think I lost you for just a little bit.
Whereas Bitcoin, the thing I like about it.
Hold on for just a moment.
Excuse me.
As I get the audio back in here
because
and get connected back in here.
More valuable, more expensive Bitcoin gets, they print less of it. It's called a halving. So the price goes up, but the quantity comes down. And check the dollar out. The value of the dollar comes down, but they print more of it. Why would you save it? But it's the same with gold and silver. And the reason I endorse silver is because everybody can afford it. Today it costs you about $30 for a US silver eagle. I'm not saying it's going to make you rich, but if you have 20 million of them, you'll be rich. If you just kept saving silver, the way I kept saving gold, and now I'm saving Bitcoin, you don't have to go to college to save it. Just buy it, hide it. buy it and hide it. You keep it out of the sight of the U.S. government or your government. The people that bought gold, silver, or Bitcoin, let's say live in Argentina, you're so much richer today than a person who saved pesos.
Mm.
And it's the same as my friend in Australia. If they're saving the Aussie dollar, you're going to be crazy, or the Singapore dollar, or the Canadian dollar. So it was how many ounces? What percent should you have? 5%, 10%? The hell with the percentage. Just get as much as you can, because when this COVID thing finally blows over, the problems are still around. Our national debt is so high. We have so many people on entitlement.
And I like what he said there. Just forget the percentages. Acquire what you can acquire. Now, one really cool thing that we have going on is that we do actually have a system in place where you can acquire small quantities of physical gold, small quantities of silver, small quantities of other precious metals. So it puts you in a position of power, because now a lot of people are not able to acquire physical gold because of the price, like he alluded to. But now that's a thing of the past with our partnership, our strategic partnership with Gold Standard Bank and Gold Standard Partners, which I'll talk more about as we go along.
Plans. Our pensions are about to go broke. The U.S. government is broke. Our debt to GDP in America today is 130% debt to GDP. At 90% debt to GDP, it's over with. So we went from 90% to 130%. That means we can't pay off our bills. So they're going to have to keep printing more fake US dollars or pesos or yen or euro, whatever you're saving. But right now, if you can get your hands on gold, silver, or Bitcoin, I don't care which one, but it's better than saving fake money. So I like Bitcoin. I'm glad I've been.
All right, so he said something really essential there that a lot of people are not aware of. He said it's better to acquire those things than getting fake money. So definitely get this book again, guys. I've been reading this book for a little over, I know for sure over a year, probably closer to 2 years. I know I've been talking to you guys about it for an extended period of time. But why is he saying that our currencies is fake money? It's because it's losing purchasing power. Money, part of the definition of money is that it holds its purchasing power over long periods of time. Our currencies do not do that. All currencies do not hold purchasing power over long periods of time, except for physical gold and silver. So I'm telling you, you want to be connected. You want to go ahead and get back with the person who's sharing this information with you. They got something for you to help you, position you to be successful in this 2020 along with 2021. Okay, so let's finish up this audio.
The bullet at 9,000. It was hard because gold was only about 1,800. So to buy Bitcoin was hard, but I'm glad I have it today. I'm still planning on buying more. It was a very good friend. He's a pilot in the Marine Corps with me, and he was on the first round financing of Bitcoin. He has thousands of them. He was paying like 30 cents a coin, and today he's a mega millionaire just owning Bitcoin. He also owns the first round shares of Facebook. So anyway, what we're talking about here is this. You look at this here, the I is that the ultimate goal of a capitalist is to become an I. And I means insider. You're an insider in the deal. So my friend was a Marine pilot. He's an insider on Facebook, and he's an insider on Bitcoin, and he's an insider on Uber. But that's where the money is made. You don't get there from the outside, which is the E and the S side. So ladies and gentlemen, what Rich Dad stands for is the B and the I side, or you can go back to school and go on the E and the S side. But for right now, I don't care if you go back to school and become a doctor or a lawyer, whatever you decide. But at this point in time, if you can't afford gold or Bitcoin, buy some silver. Just keep buying it, hold on to it, keep buying, hold on. Don't keep it inside a bank. But the ride in gold, silver, and Bitcoin is about to run. The reasons you buy them are the same. It makes no difference. The reason you buy gold, silver, Bitcoin, because I don't trust our government.
So that's a little bit of the audio. Now I want to hone in
And
on
this
something
one
really, really
says
important.
Bitcoin boom beating gold and silver.
All right, hold
What
on
does
just a
that
moment
mean?
here.
It means you.
All right, so one huge thing he talked about was being an insider. Okay, that is very, very, very important. Okay, being an insider. So guys, you're hearing this information. We're talking about Bitcoin, gold, and silver. He just said being an insider is the way you create rapid income. He said being an insider is the way to tap into a key wealth transfer. He said being on the outside as an employee or self-employed does not have the same results as being an insider, the I, insider, having your money leveraged. Okay. So we're encouraging you to tap into what we have going on. Okay. So Richard is connected to the same organization that I'm connected to, Gold Standard Partners. Okay. So as you can see there, Richard made some very key points. Okay. So we have a connection and we have an inside track for you. You're not going to hear this information from other people. That's why we're sharing it so that you know about it. Okay. So you want to get back with Richard. You want to get back with whoever is sharing this information with you immediately to get your free registration completed so that you can be inside. Okay. We are positioning you to be paid in an asset. Okay. We're positioning you to be paid in cryptocurrency, to be paid in Bitcoin. Okay. We're getting paid in an asset. Okay. So, right there, Mr. Robert Kiyosaki said Bitcoin is booming. And he says, get some Bitcoin, get some silver, get some gold. He's encouraging you to get these items, right? Now, here's the beneficial thing to what I'm encouraging you to do. We get paid in the asset that he's telling you to acquire. We get paid in Bitcoin. We get paid in a potential appreciating asset, okay? We're in a system where we're encouraging you to acquire assets. We're in a system that still tells you to take your currency, the currency that he just said was failing, move it towards yourself in Bitcoin, Ethereum. Oh, yeah, we also can get paid in Ethereum too, all right? So we're telling you to take some of your currency, move it towards you, keep your currency in a digital currency called Bitcoin or Ethereum, and we get paid in that potential appreciating asset by moving our currency away from what's failing, because the dollar is failing. He just said the dollar is completely failing. It's losing purchasing power year after year after year. Holding on to it and trying to save it for the long term is financial suicide. Robert Kiyosaki just laid that out. So you have a first mover's advantage right now. Our Gold Standard Partnership has launched. We're in a soft launch. So you are right now, you can, and I encourage you to get back with the person who's sharing this with you so that you can be an insider in this deal. All right. We are part of a soft launch. It's already launched globally. There are lots of people jumping on board. What's going on, Clarence? Good to see you, sir. Right. So we have a lot of amazing individuals jumping in, getting their free registration, moving money towards themselves and acquiring more assets. We get paid in Bitcoin. We get paid in a potentially appreciating asset, right? So I want to encourage you, become an insider on this deal. All right, get back with the person sharing this information with you. Get your free registration completed immediately. You are watching us on a free platform. You're watching us on YouTube. You're watching us on Periscope. You're watching us on Facebook. Those are all free platforms. We're encouraging you to get your free registration with the person who shared this with you. If I'm the person who shared this with you, go ahead and get your free registration completed on y1income.com. All right. If you're on my Periscope, if you're on my YouTube, go ahead and get your free registration completed on y1income.com. Okay. And if you have any comments, go ahead and leave a comment in YouTube, Periscope. I'm going to, of course, read each of those. Thank you guys for hanging out while I had a little bit of technical issues going on. Looking to, of course, iron out those little details. So Clarence also confirms that this is a free registration. You're watching us on a free platform, and we're encouraging you to get your free registration completed. Once again, I'm going to plug this book. I don't get paid to plug this book, but this is a very important book. Everybody needs to read it. If you can't get the book, go to YouTube and listen to it for free. Robert Kiyosaki's book called Fake. He talks about fake money, fake assets, fake teachers. All we have in this system that we're encouraging you to be a part of is real money, real assets, and a whole lot of real teachers, especially if you're connected to our Wealth Builders Worldwide team and family, okay? So thank you, everyone, for your time. Once again, Dr. Patrice Gordon is to blame for this, along with lovely lady Lisa. And Clarence knows what's up. So he said it's a great read. It's a really good book. It's a very easy read. I'm actually a really slow reader. I've read this book multiple times. So that's already a testament to how easy a read it is. But guys, get back with the person sharing this with you. If that person is me, get on my website, y1income.com. Get your free registration completed. Thank you for the comments. I saw comments on Periscope. I saw comments all over the place. So thank you guys for joining. And I will get back. I will see you guys on the next live stream. Okay. Everybody have a good day, night, afternoon. Just depends on where you're at in this awesome world we live in.